Hello everyone, it's Birdie here, the Recycled Hippie Chick. I am going to start a new series for beginner junk journalers. I want to start at the very beginning, clear back to the basics. I know there's probably a lot of people who are just finding us, who are watching us for the first time, trying to figure out what are these people doing, and unless you go way back in some of our videos, you don't have any idea what's going on. You've caught us midstream, late stream, overstream, understream, and we already kind of talked to you like you already know what's going on. First of all, let me say welcome to this wonderful tribe. The junk journaling tribe is those of us who meet each other on videos, those of us who watch other people's videos. You get to where you feel like you know these people, and we get to feel like we know you, although it's harder for those of us who do videos to get to know you because the only thing we know you by are your comments. Some of us, like me, spill our whole life out there for you. Some of us only video silently. Some of us only video with music in the background. Some of us only video instructional. So, as you scroll through the internet on YouTube and look for different videos to watch, you will find those people you click with. You maybe don't want to hear about our entire life as we do our art in front of you. You may only want to hear the music. So you'll find who you really click with and who you really want to watch and want to listen to. So, that being said, I want to discuss first, what is a junk journal? A junk journal is so many different things. I feel like there are several types of junk journals. I am going to tell you what Birdie's definition of a junk journal is. I am a junk journaler. There are other people who are art journalers. There are other people who are trash journalers. There's so many different branches off of this tree of journaling that you just have to pick which one suits your needs, your likes, your desires, and go with that. I'm going to tell you the definitions in my verbiage, and it may be right and it may be wrong, but I don't care, because you know what? I'm not considering myself an artist. I've really struggled with that word lately, and I've decided that I am a player. I just like to play. I don't want to know how to do anything properly. I don't want to know how to learn the different terms of what's correct, like balance and tone and all of these different things that real artists use. I just want to play. I just want to go back to my childhood and scribble and play and be junky and messy and not have to follow an art teacher's rules. That's what I consider a junk journaler. That's what I consider a player. I'm not an artist. I'm not a crafter. I'm a player. So, let me tell you what my version of a junk journaler is, because I feel like I am a junk journaler. I have to turn my hearing aids down because I'm yelling. A junk journal to Birdie is, am I looking at the right place? No, I'm, and you'll see I am not a professional videographer. I'm a player. I don't do editing. I don't know where to look when I'm looking because I'm usually looking down and you're above me. Okay, what is a junk journaler? Birdie's definition. A junk journal is something you make out of stuff you have around the house. A junk journal is a book that you put together out of maybe an old file folder as the cover, maybe an old book cover as the cover, maybe a magazine. Anything you want to build a cover out of. Maybe you want to use old material and sew it together, glue it together, slow stitch it, scrap it, whatever you want to do to put something together for the journal, in which we will get into. And it's pages that you've torn out of a dictionary. It's pages. This is my painty paper that I put under my surface so that I don't get paint everywhere as I'm playing. I save those. I tear them up and I make pages out of them. I tear things out of magazines for words. I sometimes want to add a sentiment to my page. So a junk journaler is somebody who builds a book. What do you do in that book? Some people just play. Some people just paint. They color. They use markers. They use whatever they have to create on the page. Glue magazine pictures in. Some people draw and make beautiful art if they have that talent. Some people make writing space, decorate the page, and then they put a writing space in it so that they can write about their day or what's going on in their life. I do very little of that. I try to journal on the back of my tags, in which we will get into. I don't have a tag sitting right here. And then I stick that in a pocket in my junk journal, which we will get into. But I'm not a big writer, so I just like to play. That's my version. Now, there's no rules in a junk journal. A junk journal is something you just play and create whatever you want. Let's say you're an anime artist and you just want to draw pictures of anime characters. Then you put that in your junk journal. Why is it a junk journal? Because you didn't go buy anything. You put it together with stuff you already had around the house. Let's say you want to paste pictures in a book, like a scrapbook of your trips, of your grandkids, of your dog or cat or whatever. You decorate the back of the page and you stick those pictures in. It's your junk journal. You're the master to do whatever you want to in your journal. The next thing would be an art journal. Remember, these are Birdie's definitions. An art journal to Birdie is a book that maybe you bought. Maybe you bought a journal off of the internet or at Walmart or Target or wherever you see blank books sold. Maybe you, a book that you bought that's blank wherever. In that journal, you like to go online and buy digital prints from people. You'll see that there's so many people out there on Etsy and Ko-fi and all these other selling sites. They sell digitals, they call them, or printables of different pictures that they've created on their computer. And they sell them on their site. Maybe you love to go in and you have the money to go buy those. And then you have these pictures and these backgrounds and all these cute clip art things that you like that you now want to glue, tear, use in your art journal. Maybe you have bought some stickers you want to stick in there, or you have, maybe you have the money to go buy a bunch of art supplies and you want to use them in your book. You're the creator of this art journal. You do it however you want with your bought items or specific sketches that you want to put in there that you really know what you're doing with drawing or whatever, and you want to put them practice. I guess that would be a sketchbook, wouldn't it? See, I've brought up the definition of a whole nother book and I didn't realize it. But the art journal is creating in something that was not everything free and found. Some things are bought in there. Then there's a trash journal. Oh my gosh, I just thought of another one. Then there's a trash journal. Some people love to save their trash. Little tickets like this from the Goodwill or whatever, they literally create this whole journal out of trash. It's amazing. Listen, there's more knowledge to that than I have. I cannot build a trash journal. I know you would think this would be the easiest one to do. For me, it is not. It is not the easiest one to do for Birdie. Now, there's other people like Lynn on A Bit of Birdsong and Helen at Moss Cottage and Shannon Green, different people who can do this naturally. I cannot, but I love watching every one of their trashy videos. Building stuff out of trash in their journal. I love watching it, but I can't do it. Then there's another, well, let's say they take and build their book out of a cereal box. And they make their pages literally maybe a chip bag or junk mail, whatever they have, they build their pages out of that, and they staple and glue and tape all of their trash, their can label, because I had a pretty picture of a tomato on it, or whatever. They glue all that in there till they have this big chunky fat trash journal, and it's just a way to recycle, bring beauty out of trash, show you how much trash you actually use. They're fun. And then I just thought of another one. It's a glue book. Lots of people are glue booking right now. They take their journal, however they want to make it. I have tried it a few times. I've used magazines. I glue a couple pages together all through the magazine. Then I tried to paint over it with gesso or white paint or whatever you have, or nothing. Just start creating on top of the pages. And you start looking through magazines and finding pictures that you like, you think are pretty, and you start gluing them in your glue book. There's 100 different ways to do it. Christina at Christina Shack, K-Shack, she would make an entire room. She would take a couch and she would find a lamp and a plant hanging and a dog laying on a bed, and she would glue all these things in there and create her own picture. Then there's other people like Shannon Green, who she would do collections. She calls it en masse. Let's say she likes clocks. So every time she sees a clock, a watch, whatever, in a magazine, she tears it out. And she would have entire pages of just watches and clocks, or maybe an entire page of just lipstick, or an entire pages of perfume bottles, whatever you want to do in your journal is okay, because you're the one creating it. You're the one making your own rules. Those are the different kinds of journals and their description in Birdie's version. Let's see here. Basics and starting. The first series episode that I'm going to do after this introduction is we are going to just simply put a signature of pages together, which is a signature is what you call all your pages after you've got them put together. We're going to do 10 pages, and we're going to fold them together, and we're going to tie them up so that they don't move, and I'm going to show you the different papers you can use and just give you some ideas. The great thing is about watching these videos is you then get inspired by watching them, and then you come up with ideas on your own of what you want to do. So that's what we're going to do first. We're going to just do a set of 10 pages, put it together, show you what kind of pages we can do, and go from there. Now, after we get our pages together, then what? At first, we're not going to concentrate on a cover. That'll be a little farther down the line. First, we are just going to put our basics together on our one little signature, and then we'll show you how to put all that into a book. You can start a junk journal with whatever you wish. If you have some paint, I just use craft paint from Walmart. It's like, I don't know what it is anymore because it's been so long since I bought paint. I go to garage sales. There will be somebody there that'll have a baggie full of paints that they're trying to get rid of for $1 or whatever. I am Birdie, the recycled hippie chick. So I try to recycle first. I try to get something used first. Something one of my friends was getting rid of, and they go, "Oh, you're doing junk journals? Do you want the rest of my paint? I don't paint anymore." You can use paint. You can use watercolor. Just a minute. Okay, I wanted to show you my watercolor. This one here, I believe, is from the Dollar Tree. Just $1. You don't have to say, "Oh, I'm creating now. I need to go out and buy fancy, what's everybody using for their watercolor?" No, this is a junk journal. This is not something that's going to go on display at the local art museum. This is playing. Birdie is a player. So I have a Dollar Tree. This one here was literally at a garage sale. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it is something or not, but it was already used. I got it at a garage sale, and now I see them everywhere. I bet I have 6 or 8 sets of watercolors. You'll see the kids need them for school, and then, just a minute. You'll see that kids need them at school, and then they don't use them, and they end up at a garage sale. Garage sale, brand new. I save it. I will use it one day. Garage sale, 25 cents. I will use it one day. I don't care the quality because I'm just playing. I am just playing, so I do not care about the quality. I do not care about what the brand is. I do not care what website they bought it from. You don't need to give me a coupon code because I'm not going to go there. Remember, I'm the junk journaler. So if you want to do an art journal where you do go buy the fancy stuff and you want the brands, then you should probably Google art journaling in your description and go find those people that you enjoy and you can follow them, because I am not the person who buys stuff. Have I ever? Yes, I have. Do I enjoy it? No, I don't. I end up getting something and thinking, "Oh my gosh, I just spent $25 on a set of watercolor pencils, and I've lost them." So why do I spend money on things that I'm either going to lose or I'm going to stick to the side? You know what? I end up using the same art supplies over and over and over. Look at this. You know what these are? These are finger condoms. I saw people putting these on their fingers when they were using glue, so they didn't get their fingers dirty. I bought a whole package of them. I use them. I probably haven't used 5 of these. Probably not even 5. They were just the latest thing that I was seeing everybody do, and I thought, well, I'm going to try that, and guess what? I just use my finger. You'll find out who you are and how you create, and that's how you'll settle in. Glue. I have so many. Okay, you'll see a lot of people using glue sticks. If you find that you like the glue sticks, wonderful. I use them a little bit. Sometimes I use them more on my videos. I rarely use these when I'm not videotaping. If I'm videotaping, I will use these quickly just so that I can show you what I'm doing and get it down without making a mess. This one here is from the Dollar Tree. This one I got, it's called Amazon Basics. I got like a whole case of them on Amazon. I've tried the Yahoo. Is when you watch videos, you'll see all these girls using a Yahoo glue stick. I don't find it any better than any other one, honestly. Birdie's opinion. I have tried the Art Glitter Glue. I have tried the Fabric Tack. I have tried E6000. I have tried all kinds of glues. And you will find where you like one glue, and that's the one you'll stick with. Mine is tacky glue. I love tacky glue simply because I love this version because it sits upside down, and whenever you're ready to go, it's all come to the bottom. You're not shaking it and trying to get it to come to the bottom. It's just ready to go. I love this glue. This basically is school glue that's a little stickier. That's all it is. So if you like to use school glue, and you will find a bajillion bottles of school glue at garage sales if you go, use school glue. It dries clear. Whatever glue you want to remember, it's a junk journal. You're just playing in it. So I just use my tacky glue. Once in a while, I use my glue sticks if I'm trying to, do it quick in front of you guys. I have gotten happy mail from people in the mail, from other people that watch me, and they send me happy mail, that I've watched them make things on their channel. And when I get it, by the time it gets to me in the mail, their glue stick is already wearing off. And when I look at my item that they've given me, the pictures and stuff on it are popping off from the glue stick. So I go back through and re-glue it back on because I want to save it in my Happy Mail journal. And so a lot of times I re-glue it. So I don't want to tell them because I don't want to hurt their feelings. But a lot of times by the time I get their Happy Mail, it's already coming apart from the glue stick. So you'll see what you like to use and what you don't. What else? Scissors. Here's my scissors. I don't have any special kind. I bought these about 10 years ago because it had this little plastic cap on it and a string that hung around my neck like a necklace. And I've lost the string and the cap, but I still have the scissors. They still work wonderfully. They're my favorite scissors just because they're little. I can, what they call fussy cut in a magazine. I can cut real close. Let's say I want to cut the little a boy out. I can cut real close around the detail with these scissors. Sometimes I just grab cheap scissors. Listen, I used to do estate sale cleanouts. After the estate sale, they paid me to come haul everything off and get rid of it. I would save everything in there that could be a craft supply for me. So I have got a bajillion sets of scissors. I have one that I use for material so that I don't dull them. But all the other ones, they just lay around everywhere so that I can pick them up and grab them whenever I want. So whatever scissors you want to use. This is not necessary, but I like to use it. A ruler. This just is a weird 3-sided funky ruler that I got at a garage sale or an estate sale clean out. I lay this down on my paper and I rip it and it comes out straight. So I use this a lot. I took my file because you can buy a ruler like this where the edge is all chewed up and jumbled. They sell these. Actually, people pay money to buy a ruler that is all torn up so that when they rip their paper, it looks jaggedy on the edge. I took my ruler and just ran over it with my file and roughed it up myself. Free art supply. You will learn when you watch somebody else. If you're like me, if you are someone who doesn't want to spend or can't spend, I am limited budget, limited income. You will find that you will watch what they're using and say, I can make that out of this. Um, I can chew up my own ruler. I don't have to buy one. You'll see what will fit your needs the best. If you're not on a limited income, good grief, go buy them. Go out and get you all this stuff you want. I'm just talking to the people who are on a limited income or want to recycle like I do. We've already talked about papers. That is just about everything that we can talk about to get started with. That's all you need. I'm not saying go get watercolors. If all you have are the craft paints, use the craft paints. If all you have is your children's watercolors, use the watercolors. Do you have a brush? Whatever brush you have. Did it come with your watercolor? Use it. I do buy brushes occasionally. There's one brush that I love. It's this brush right here. It's actually light blue. Somewhere in there, this brush was light blue at one time. It's called Princeton. That's the only thing that I will say that, actually, this is my Princeton brush. Doesn't matter. They both look the same, right? This is my Princeton brush. This brush I love to use because I can dip it in my glue and spread it with my glue. There's another thing that I cannot art without, and I do have to buy it. It is, if you want, just a minute. Okay. If you want to use Mod Podge, then by all means use Mod Podge. If you just want to glue your pictures down, then just glue them down. Sometimes I used to use Mod Podge all the time. I used to love Mod Podge gloss. It comes in two different kinds. Matte, which is dull, or gloss, which is shiny. I used to love everything. Every page I did, when I was done, I went over the whole page with the gloss Mod Podge because I wanted it to be a shiny picture. Well, I quickly learned, I live in Kansas. We have humidity in the summer of about 80%. I quickly learned my pages would stick together. So I moved over to the matte finish, thinking maybe they wouldn't stick if they weren't shiny. They still stick. It's just Mod Podge. So I started watching what other people were using, and I would message them on their videos and ask them, does this stick together, make your pages stick together? I ended up with something called matte medium. It pours out just like the Mod Podge and everything, but it doesn't make my pages stick together. In all actuality, it costs the same. This is $8.99, and I'm pretty sure this was under $9. So it's probably $8.99 or less. Anyway, it was because I had a coupon. I very rarely in my whole life, I don't care even if it's a couch, I don't spend much more than $10. So I can't imagine this being more than $10, or I would have had a coupon for it. You can get it in a tub like this also, and it's more of a paste if you want to use it like that. I just had a coupon for this one, and they didn't have this version in the paste version, so I got this. And I don't care one way or another which one I use. So, where was that going? I totally got sidetracked with that. Anyway, we will go over each and every one of these items how you want to play with them in your art journal. I just plan on starting clear over at the beginning and showing somebody how to go along um, with their junk journaling and showing them from beginning to end how you might want to do it. So if you're interested in joining this series, wonderful. If you're not, that's fine. I will catch you after my series is over. It's been very good to meet you, and I hope you come back. Have a great day. Bye-bye from Birdie.